We got a huge matchup for Thursday Night Football. The Commanders go to the Eagles. The Eagles are the favorites here by 3.5. The money line is minus 200, and the over-under is 48.5. We're going to take a look at all the stats, see what kind of bets we can find. All right, we got the Washington Commanders offensive stats here. Jake Daniels been playing really well, but what do the numbers actually say? 202, 209, 236. He was out this game. 269, 238, 233, 254, 226, 184. So I'd be comfortable around a 220 over under, maybe 210. As far as rushing goes, last week he only had 5 yards, 35, 52, 22, 82, 47, 39, 44, and 88. I expect the rushing over under to be around 40, 50. I'm not sure if Robinson's going to play. The reports say he's practicing, but that doesn't mean that he's actually going to be game ready. On the season for Robinson, you got 65, 71, 18, 101, 33, 133, and 40. He's had some good games. He's had some off games. When Eckler's RB1, he's got 21, 42, and 44. Eckler had a couple decent games as RB2. Against the Bears, he had 52. Against the Browns, 67. McNichols factors in from time to time. He had 68 yards here versus the Cardinals. So we got a bit of a mess here at the Washington running back situation as far as gambling goes. I'm hoping Robinson's going to play. I think that's going to be our best bet. I'd be keen on seeing what the over-unders are at. Terry McLaurin here has had a great year. 113, 19, 125, 98, 53, 112, 52, 100, 22, and 17. So he had a couple of getting to know you games, and then they seem to have connected. He's one of the more underappreciated receivers in the league. I'll be taking a look at his over-under. Wide receiver 2 and 3 have been back and forth all year. Zacchaeus has been involved, but nothing all that major outside an 85 here. We got Noah Brown stepping up the last couple weeks, 33, 60, 73. McCaffrey's had a couple of catches, but nothing too exciting. I'll probably look at McLaurin laying off everybody else. Ertz in the tight end position, 31, 5, 77, 40, 68, 10, 22, 38, 62, 28. It's a revenge game going back against the Eagles, so they might give them a couple opportunities. I'm going to have to see what that line is before I make a decision. So Eagles defense, what have they been giving up against the pass? They've been doing excellent. 45 yards last week. Cooper Rush, that's an embarrassment. Trevor Lawrence, 169. Joe Burrow, 234. They held Joe Burrow in check. Daniel Jones, 99. Watson, 68. Mayfield, looks like I forgot to put the yards there. The Bucks killed him though, so I'm sure there's some yards. Carr, 142. Cousins, 241. And Love, 260. So they've been pretty solid against quarterbacks. Now they haven't been facing the cream of the crop here. I mean, Rush, Lawrence, Jones, Watson, Carr. But this is telling me they shouldn't give up a huge amount of yards to the Commanders. RB1s against the Eagles. We got 53 last week, 24, 11, 18, 31, 49, 87, 97. So we've got Kamara and Bijan Robinson and Josh Jacobs, 84. The first 3 weeks, and then they've tightened it up. Again, they're not seeing the elite competition here. Daddle, ATN, Moss, Singletary, Foreman, White. So it's hard to judge, but they are stopping the run the last couple weeks. With Washington having that injury backfield, and they're spreading the ball around, this might mean some unders or some just layoffs. RB2s, nothing to speak of. Zeke, 22. Bigsby, 22. Brown, 32. Tracy, 23. Strong, 43. Irvin, 49. Williams, -1. Algier, 53. And Wilson, 46. So they've really tightened it up over the first couple of weeks. Wide receiver ones, it's really hard to judge because like Cooper Rush last week did nothing, and Lamb got 21 yards. Brent Thomas, 22. Jamar Chase, 54. Neighbors, 41. Amari Cooper, 42. Godwin, 69. Olave, 86. London, 54. Reed had a huge game week 1, 138. He also had 33 rushing. Wide receiver 2s, nothing except Evans here and Mooney, 88 and 94. And wide receiver 3s, Sterling Shepard had a decent game, 51. Ray McLeod, 42. And then tight ends, 42, 45, 73 Gesicki. Cade Otten at 52 here, week 4. So they haven't been giving up much yards. The Eagles defense playing pretty solid. Eagles offense, on the other hand here, let's take a look at what they got. Jalen Hurts, yardage, we got 202, 230, 236, 114. That was a huge blow. He didn't need the pass. 264, 158, 311, 183, and 278. He's been getting some yards on the ground here. 56, 67, 37, 22, 33, 20, 25, 85, and 33. I'd be curious to see what that number is. If it's in the 30s, 40s, I might play it. Anything higher than that, I'm going to lay off. He can have the big game here. 85, but it's more the anomaly than the rule. Saquon Barkley's had a great year. He only had 66 last week, but 159 the week before, 108, and 176 the 3 weeks before that. He's also had a game here of 147, 95, and 109. Hasn't done much receiving. We got 40 yards, 32 yards, 21, 23. Outside of that, single digits, low teens. Gainwell's had a small involvement as RB2. 30 yards, 9, 19, 56, 23. Nothing too exciting there. A.J. Brown, when he's healthy, the man can play. 109, 36, 84, 89, 116, and 119. He's the clear wide receiver 1 here and should be easy to gamble on. Devonta Smith only got 14 last week. Strange game versus the Cowboys. They just blew him out, so you can't really judge the stats. 87, 85, 2 weeks before that. He had a -2 game. He has 64, a couple 79, 76s here. I'm hoping his over-under is going to be around 50, 60, and I'll be fine with that. Dotson's been wide receiver 3 for the most part. Not getting many looks here. 1 of 1, 1 of 1, 1 of 3, 27, 36, and 10 yards respectively. I'm laying off that. Goddard's had a decent year. 25, 62, 170, 38, and 31. This Calcaterra had nothing last week, but he's been showing up. 5 for 5 for 30, 3 for 3 for 58. Not much here, 5 yards, but we got 67, we got 26, 19, 11. Commanders defense on the year versus quarterbacks. We got 195 last week, 174, 131, 93, 323 to Lamar, 125, 146. Joe Burrow had 324, 178 to Jones, and 289 to Baker Mayfield. So they've been holding most of the competition in check. This might be more of a defensive game than I was thinking. As far as running backs go, we got Swift here, week 8 with 129. We got King Henry here, week 6 with 132. James Conner 104 in week 4. Singletary and the Giants for 95. So they've given up some decent yards on the ground. Warren at 66 as an RB2 last week. Monta Foreman 44 in week 5. Benson 50. Brown 62 and Irvin 62. Wide receiver 1s. Pickens had a nice game last week, 91 yards. If he could do that, A.J. Brown can do that. Neighbors 59. It's tough with Daniel Jones there. Zay Flowers had a huge game, 132. Jamar Chase 118. Neighbors 127. And Godwin 83. Wide receiver 2s haven't done all that much. We got 49. 41, 71, and 61. Devonta Smith is a solid player. I'm still willing to bet around 50, 60 yards. Wide receiver 3s, nothing all that exciting. Oshavash had 52, week 3. Outside of that, we're looking 30s, 20s. And as far as tight ends go, we've maxed out here at 66 to Mark Andrews, week 6. Sanders on the Panthers for 61. Giants, Johnson, 51. So it doesn't bode that well to Zach Ertz here. I expect him at 20, 30 yards. All right, let's take a look at the actual lines, see if we can find some bets. All right, let's take a look at the gambling lines, see if we can find anything worth betting on. I think this is going to be a close game. I don't mind Commanders outright win here, plus 160. The over-under I'm leaving on. Passing props will right around where I should expect their numbers to be at the end of the game. Jalen Hurts, 224. Daniels, 226. Both defenses are playing decent. I'm not in love with either of these picks. I'm laying off. As far as the receiving props go, Terry McLaurin, 60.5. I think that's a gift. Definitely playing that. And then I got to choose who I like better, Devonta Smith or A.J. Brown. Like A.J. Brown better, he's the better player, but I like Devonta Smith's 51.5. I think he clears that. I think Brown's going to be right around this number. The other players here, we got Goddard, 33.5. Going to lay off. Noah Brown, 38.5. Going to lay off that. Hurts and Barkley laying off both of those as well. As far as the rushing numbers go here, Saquon 92.5. It's a big number. I'm going to lay off that. Hurts 38.5. I think this is playable. He's been consistent, getting around 40, 50 yards. Jaden Daniels, he's had his games where he got a lot of yards, his games where he didn't. I'm laying off that. Brent Robinson, 45.5. I'm going to take it for now, but I'm going to keep listening to the updates. He's coming off an injury. Is he going to get his full playing time? If he is, I'm fine with that pick. If you want to go Saquon, 110 rushing and receiving. If he pops a rush, he can help out here. That's not the worst pick. That's it. I've only found 4 plays I like. I got McLaurin, 60.5. Devonta Smith, 51.5. Jalen Hurts, 38.5. Brian Robinson, 45.5. If I play them as a parlay, we're looking at 104. See, if I want to go wild, I might take the Terry McLaurin 80 plus 180 or 90 for plus 255. You tell me what picks you're playing. What I get right, what I get wrong, put it in the comments. Let me know. If you like gambling content, be sure to like and subscribe. We'll be here with daily videos for you. Good luck, and may the odds always be in your favor.